Yes, for you to understand the part 2, you definitely have to see part 1. Of course, you can go through all of these and then go ahead and check all that we did in part 1. My name is Ojirole Mojibola and I am your shoemaking made easy tutor. Today, I'm going to be igniting your passion in another way by showing you how you can position this to avoid a lot of pain on the feet of your customer when they wear these kind of strappy designs. I'm sure you want to see this. I need you to sit back, and I am definitely going to be right back. Right, now that we have created all of our upper, you can see that I don't have to line it all over again. That's the benefit if you are actually a beginner and you are trying to create a footwear at the comfort of your home. So the first thing you want to do is you want to place your fingers or your palm right on top of it. Ensure that the longest one is actually also at the highest part of the whole footwear, of the whole insole. So I'm going to be using this part of my finger here. I'm going to be using this part, which is here, and I'm also going to be using this part. Now, one of the reasons I'm going to be using those positions is because of how, let me say, slim my strap is. Now this strap is just about 1.5 centimeter. Now I remember I was saying that we can actually use 1.8. You can use 1.8 centimeter for this particular one, and you can actually use 2 centimeter if that's what you prefer. Although I use 1.5 for this, which means I actually use the 3 centimeter width for it, whereas for this I use 4 centimeter. So one is 1.5. In short, this one is okay. This one is about 3.5 centimeter. I use 3.5 for this, and I use this one is 1 point. What did I just measured? 1.5. This one is exactly 1.5. Okay, so I use 3 centimeter for this before I folded it and it became this. I use 3.5 I think for this, and that's why it's a bit wider than this particular one. If I place it on it, I'm sure you'll see that is just a little wider than it. So you can decide to use, of course, the design we are working on, the two of them are the same thing, so you can decide to use this as your own front part. So if this is what you are using, or you are using this particular one, I'm going to suggest you pick those two positions. The reason is because by the time they put they place their feet on top of this particular insole, it should be able to cover their smallest toe. That's just the reason. If you are actually creating something wider than this, you can actually move upward a bit more, like 1 centimeter upwards here and 1 centimeter upwards here. I hope you understand what I mean. If you are using a strap that is as wide as this, is actually 3 centimeter. So you don't have to. What you are going to do when you place in case you have placed your finger this way and you find out that the width you are using is not 1.5 or 1.75 or like 2 centimeters, as long as it's not that, you just go, you can, as long as it's wider than all those ones, please move your hand upwards like 1 centimeter away and then 1 centimeter away from that spot, so that that one is wider, so it will cover more than the one that is slim. I hope you understand. So I am punching from the inner part. I know a lot of people are always complaining about punching inside and punching outside. The design was actually punched inside, so I'm going to be punching my outside. And for me, I find out that when you punch inwards, it makes your work also a bit very neat, especially if you did not create a compartment where each of your strap is going to be sitting right in here. So let's punch the first one. Ensure that your punch, please, it's not compulsory that it has to be this one, because some of us will say, this is what she used, I must get it. Please don't get it by force. You can get this one too. Just make sure you buy 2 millimeter and 1 millimeter. So you can use the 2 millimeter, or let's say the 1 millimeter to punch. It's fine. It depends on the thickness of your leather. So for me, I think your 1 millimeter is very fine. I'm going to be using the very smallest diameter for this particular one. So if you tell them you just want punch, round punch, 1, You understand that it's 1 millimeter. And then another thing is, from this edge to wherever you're punching, make sure it's 1 centimeter, especially when you wrap. If you did not wrap, probably you're still going to finish the edges of your design and you're punching inward. Make sure you measure 1.2. Somebody is saying, but you are not showing us. Okay, oh, I want to show you. So you want to place it this way. If you look at this, you find that from here to here is 1. If you prefer to place it this way so that you can understand, feel free, you can see. So this is what we have. This is 1. So you are just, it means I'm going to be punching here. That's what it means. If it is 1.2, move it forward a bit more and make sure you stop at 1.2. Then you can mark it. It's not compulsory, like I will say. You can start from the edge. Let this line start from the edge. Then you come to 1 and punch, or 1.2, and then go ahead and punch. So is whether you place it like this or you place it like this, just make sure that you are taking the correct measurement. So let me take this once again for us to see. So our 1 centimeter is going to stop here. So let's assume you stitch this. Probably you stitch it 0.5 centimeter away from the edge. I'm sure you see that it will not affect what you have stitched. You understand? In case you stitch the insole, because the design has a stitched insole, which I did not do. You can decide to do that to yours. Feel free. Feel what? Feel free. I need a board to cut this thing. Thank you. And the utility knife too. So for this, I'm just going to place it right here. Make sure it covers it. I always say this. Let it cover it. Some of us will not. Some of us will just use your place a leather, mark it and mark this part and punch it. When you put it, it will be too wide. Don't do that now. So this side, I'm going to raise it up like this before I punch. Yes, let me check the knife. So for the second one, I'm also going to cover it and then raise it up a bit to punch the under. Make sure you are punching directly, you know, under the first one. So I'm going to also punch here. Now don't go and carry any kind of pen and be using it to mark it, please. As you can see, this one I can easily clean it. So let me quickly open this up. This one I'm just going to open it once because my strap is not really very thick. And please be careful, don't open your utility knife too much. If you open it too much, it will tear, you know, more than you need. So we don't want it to tear much more than we need. So let's insert our strap. I will tell you what I observe after I've inserted this strap. This size 40 shoeless. So, oh my goodness, God, this is looking sweet, you know. So we are going to have it this way. Just pull it that way. So with this now, we have, you know, created the first part. Now for the second one, I observed that the second one is actually also is very close to this, but it's just a bit slant like this. So when you are creating your own, make sure that it's also a bit slant. That's what it looks like. Although their own, the two straps are the same width. But because this is too small, that's the reason I decided to increase the second one. So when you are creating yours, please make sure that you don't use 3 for this one. I would suggest you use 3.5 so that the two of them will be 3.5. When you fold it, it comes to about 1.75 or so. So for this one, I think the distance between this and this, because I know somebody will ask me, so madam, how will I know the distance between this place and this place? So let us check what is the distance. Let me mark it so that we can see the distance, because the distance is not really much. So we will make sure that ours too is not really much, although it's a bit obvious. Let me use centimeter. So let's say 1 centimeter. So the distance here is 1 centimeter. For this one, I'm going to continue with the previous one. I am not going to try to say I'm going to create a space, because I find out that it's very close to themselves. It's very close. So since it's very close, I think it's okay to place this here. Then you understand, raise it up and then mark, including even the braided parts too. All of them are still the same thing. They are together. So I'm still going to mark that also. Then I'm just going to punch and then open it up and arrange it inside. Is the position on this side that is different. It's not like on this part is the same thing. If you want to move to the next line to actually punch and open, you can decide to also do that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that as well. You can do that as well. However, you can open it through and arrange it, you know, slightly inside it like that. So let me remove this. I'm going to go ahead and then punch this part. Then I'm going to open them all. Please make sure you do this. Now follow this slant. Please don't just open and open straight. No, follow the slant. Follow the slant. And see, you find out that I opened it once because of the thickness. If it was thicker than this, I'm going to actually open twice so that it will be wider than what we have right there. Now, it's possible that this is going to be a bit thicker than this. So I can try to create an opening for that here so that it will be a bit wider and it will be able to go in appropriately at that point. So let the rearrangement start. Or is it rearrangement or the arrangement? Whatever you want to call it, let it start. So I don't like to create my own and make it very wide. Just let us put first. When we put, if it's too wide, we can easily do what? Move. We can easily do what? Move. So don't forget, on this part, we are going to be punching this. Don't forget, we say this one is 1. So I'm going to place this as usual. I love to cover it. Make sure you cover it. Raise this up a bit and put it. Let it be directly under it. Like I said, make sure it's just once because of the kind of way we did it. It will go in appropriately. So let's see what this is gonna look like. It's better when it is tight, but of course not unnecessarily too tight. Hey, Jesus, are you sure I'm going to deliver this shoe? Does anybody think I should deliver this shoe? Are you thinking I should deliver this shoe? Somebody is saying yes, my heel. I don't understand. I thought you loved me. Hey, can you see the arrangement? Now you want to be very careful of this one because this is supposed to stay here. It's supposed to stay around here. Please just follow me. It's supposed to stay here. So whatever is going to happen to this one, you want to first of all make sure that this is well positioned before you go ahead and position this, or else if you position this first, it will make you move this one to where you don't want to put it, and it may end up disturbing the owner of the footwear, because if you make it go up too much, it will be disturbing the ankle, you know, of whoever is wearing it. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say, man. So before you say but it's fine like this, it's fine like this, that is if the person's leg, this one is size 39 and this shoe is size 40. So definitely the person's leg the person that owns it leg may not be, you know, as long as this. So you want to put that into consideration too, and make sure that you don't necessarily go and position it where it should not be. Kai, I'm loving this shoe. How many will I wear? Somebody ask me, or somebody tell me, how many do you think I can wear? So this one, we are going to end it here. So when you're positioning this part, you want to be sure that this part, the inner part of the foot of the insole is not here, while the outer part is like this. Can you see the way it looks? Please, no. You want to work on that. I always hammer that when I am teaching like this. Don't place them jagali. Intentionally check it. So many beginners don't check. Don't be that beginner that does not check. Ngwanu, did you hear me? Don't be that beginner that does not check in your. That does not check. You're a beginner doesn't mean that your footwear should be looking like the way, you know. Please check. I'm still going to adjust this and then the shoelace, make sure it's sitting well. If you don't have shoelace, please listen. You can use your leg. Yes, after you've used your hand to know where to position, you know, punch it like you see me punching it. Then when it comes to this part, just put your leg in the shoe. You understand? Put it very well. Then put this one. You understand? Make sure that it's not coming to this part of your foot, because that's very important. Just follow the same position you saw this one here. Put it like that on your foot. That's all you need. I want to be very careful. I don't want this thing to be disturbing the owner's feet. So I want to be very careful. So this one, like I said, it's okay like this. You can see this one and this one. Even when you remove the shoelace, let me remove the shoelace for us to see. Can you see it? Can you see that this one and this one are okay? This side must not be inside here. Why this one will now be outside? Madam, please don't do that kind of shoe. So that they will not think you came from... No, don't let me say it. So that some people will not be angry with me here. And they did not come from where I want to mention. They will still be angry. But though, God sees their hearts. Yeah. Whether they came from there, they are just not sure. I don't know. This one that they are angry. So 1 centimeter inwards. Don't forget. Place this. Okay, let's punch this other part too. So please make sure you are checking it. Can you see? Don't go and put this one here and then this one will be up. No, this is the outer part. They should be at the same spot as much as you can. If you cannot maintain them at the same spot, make sure that this one is here and this one is slightly like, if not on the same spot, make sure this one is a little bit inside. You understand? It's always fair like that. Please, I said a little bit, like 0.2 centimeter, 2 millimeter. That's what I mean. As little as that. In short, even if it is 1, just slightly, please. So let me put this. You understand? Don't forget that this is coming in. So we are going to factor this too. So let me factor this. So at the end of the day, we are going to be punching from here. Understand? And I'm going to open this way. So for this part, I'll also open a bit because that one is a bit wider. So well, I'm still going to open this one to show us what it's supposed to look like. Then this one is going in here. So when you do this, you don't go over the second one again. No, you don't go over the second one again. You don't have to. Okay, we have not punched this part. Please, it's not compulsory you use this. I've said it. Buy a round hole like this, a round hole punch like that. You use hammer. Hammer it and it will go right in there. So I'm through with this one. So this one is here. And see where my shoe lace is moving to. You want to pay attention to this. When you fix your shoes and then you find out that the shoe lace, I want you to just be, taking cognizance of that, and you find out your shoe lace is going this direction, please tell the shoe lace to come back, or else anytime the person wears the shoe, you will be bringing their leg out like this. You understand? So adjust it yourself. Adjust it and let it be at the center. Even if the shoe lace you are using is a bigger shoe lace, make sure it's at the center. It's by force. Compel it. Did you hear what I say? Compelling, and let it stay there. Even if it's wider, compel it, let it stay there. So you can see what I have here. You can see this. I'm gonna press this down, If you notice that probably, okay, they are not, it's not enough, probably the opening, arrange it well. When you want to last it, you can arrange it to stay. Can you see what I have? Okay, yeah. Tell me if it's not looking like it. Ayana. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is, I don't mind. Some people don't like to do this, but for me, it makes my old positioning look the same. So I'm going to put this here. Put it here. And then try to do the same thing on the other one. Make sure you arrange it well. So I'm just going to punch everything, open it, and then the shoe is ready for lacing. Oh yes.